What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Haven't been around lately. Haven't been around lately. I've been dealing with life, but I'm back for a couple. But I'm back for right now for a couple hours. Spend some time and make some stuff happen. I want to get into this Tory Lanez situation. I want to get on this. I want to get on this topic because to me, at least to me, I believe he's an innocent man. I believe he's innocent. And I think I can't prove it, but I believe people who have brains can at least see to that he's an innocent guy. I mean, oh, please don't do this. Hold up, I wrote something. Hold up, I'm gonna go right here. This always come up. Sorry, y'all, hold up.
Hardy's original.
Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez. Those are Tory Lanez. Let's see what this guy talking about. I want to say these ain't. I'm just here just to this educational purpose only. Free use, educational purpose only. Not my video. Free use, educational purpose only. Thank you.
We are here today to bring to your attention some information Unite the People believes is exculpatory in Mr. Daystar Peterson's case, professionally known as Tory Lanez. Recently, we've been made aware that a member of the media, Mr. Gianno Caldwell, was working on an op-ed for the New York Post regarding Mr. Peterson's innocence. During his work on that op-ed, he became aware of some information in Unite the People's possession regarding a statement that was given to Unite the People by someone with information relevant to that case. The New York Post recently reached out to the prior district attorney, George Gascon, Megan Pete and her representatives, and Kelsey Harris and her representatives. The only party that responded last week was Megan Pete's representatives with a request for more information. A few days later, Mr. Peterson's brutally attacked in his jail cell. Unite the People represents Daystar Peterson in his appellate process. We filed an appellate brief and a writ of habeas corpus on his behalf.
We're not going to skip over that, bro. We're not just going to skip over the whole idea that...
Yeah, I like that part. Hey, this guy is y'all can go follow him and Antonio Daniels. Y'all go follow him. Antoine Daniels. Y'all go follow him. I like the part where he said that as soon as they find a new evidence of the Tory Lanez situation, that's when he was stabbed. So if you don't know what's going on, Tory Lanez allegedly shot Megan Stallion, who's a rapper, a female rapper. He allegedly shot her in the foot. Only thing about that is that new clues are coming out, new evidence coming out that it wasn't him that shot it. That it wasn't him that shot him, and it wasn't him that was involved in this whole thing. Yes, he was in the car. Yes, I believe he was at that time dating Megan Stallion, but there was no how can I say this? He's just an innocent man. He's an innocent man, and the bodyguard just came out and just came out and just said that Tory Lanez had nothing to do with this. But if you hear what he just said, if you hear what this guy just said here, this guy just said that as soon as new evidence came, that's when Tory Lanez was stabbed. So Tory Lanez is put in jail because, again, allegedly for shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. But again, Tory Lanez just got his master, I believe it's his master's, and he was signed to Rockefeller, who that is owned by Jay-Z. And as soon as Tory Lanez was able to get his masters, this is when every situation started happening to him. You know, at least to my opinion, I believe Tory Lanez is an innocent man. I think he's only in jail because Jay-Z and a whole bunch of other executive cannot make money out of him, so they trying to put him in jail. That's just my opinion, but I believe it's the honest truth because it's just, and they're using Megan Thee Stallion, who is signed to the Rockefeller, who is signed to Rockefeller record, and I believe she's just being a puppet, and I believe she know who shot her, and I believe she know the truth.
When they reached out to let them know that they had new evidence or they had the truth behind what was going on, and I'm sure that he's going to reveal what the truth is. I literally just stepped off the plane and seen this while I was on the plane. I couldn't wait to get to my hotel room so that I can have this conversation. That literally right after that, he got attacked by a dude that is serving life in prison on a prison yard right after, the day after they reached out to Meg and Pete, who was Meg Thee Stallion's team. All of a sudden, for whatever reason, Tory Lanez ends up in the hospital when they tried to take his life. We stood on business since day one. And all of these women said that Tory Lanez was guilty and that he needed to go to jail and believe all women. And I shot credibility in that from day one when she appeared on Gail King's show and she said that they never slept together. And in the documentary, she then revealed that they did sleep together, which obviously we seen all.
And that's another thing too. She said, "Yeah, that's another thing." I'm gonna show that video part where Gail Kim interviewed Megan Thee Stallion, and Gail Kim asked her, "Did you sleep with Tory Lanez?" She was like just by the face expression, you just knew that she was lying. You just knew that Tory Lanez already had sex with her, already smashed her. And I don't know why she asked that question, but she asked that question. But you already know Megan Thee Stallion was lying. You could just see it. You know a liar from a liar. You know a liar when someone's telling a lie. You know when somebody's lying. Like so at that moment in time, everybody noticed, hey, this girl's lying.
The details of the case, and nobody could prove that he actually shot her, but everybody was keeping quiet because they wanted to protect themselves and they didn't want to go to jail themselves and be charged with the whole situation. But she is the one that said that he shot her. Now you see hits coming out in prison and they trying to take this man's life. And from day one, I said, I don't believe it. I think that she's lying. This woman need to be prosecuted and sent to prison. And everybody involved with it that tried to, man, I think that this stinks up to the highest of highs, and I can't wait to talk about it on After Hours. This is crazy. This is insane. Let me get the rest of this, and then we're going to come back and we're going to react to it.
The district attorney's office has already responded. The case is fully briefed. We're just waiting for the appellate court's decision. We were willing to wait for the appellate process to play out. But given that brutal, unprovoked attack, we felt it necessary to come here today to provide you with this information. It is our intention to make a request to the governor to either pardon or commute the sentence of Mr. Peterson so that when he recovers from this attack, he's not returned to a jail cell, but that he's allowed to go home.
Again, this happened, let me see, when was Tory Lanez stabbed? Let me search that up. Let me find out when was he stabbed. Okay, he was stabbed May 12th. That video just came out. I don't know when. I don't know if that video came out on May 13th. The one we were just watching. I don't know if it just came out May 13th. Excuse me. but he was stabbed May 12th. May 12th, he was stabbed. So what the guy is saying is that so what the guy is saying is that Tory Lanez should not be back in his jail cell. I don't know if Tory Lanez is still in the hospital, but Tory Lanez should not go back in that prison cell. That's what he's saying, because Tory Lanez is an innocent man. So let me see, convicted killer. But yeah, Tory Lanez was stabbed May 12th.
And recovered.
And seek restitution.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close
Kelsey Harris is Megan Stallion friend. She is Megan Stallion friend. Now I don't know if Kelsey Harris and Tory Lanez had something going on sexually, but that was Megan Stallion friends.
proximity, and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do.
10 years, y'all.
Mr. James
10 years.
informed Unite the People.
And that's crazy that that Tory Lanez gets 10 years. Now, do I believe he's going to serve his 10 years? No. I don't know how long. I think Tory Lanez been in prison now for for 2 or 3 years now. Now, do I believe he's going to serve his whole 10 year? I don't believe he's going to serve his whole 10 year, but an innocent man is in prison and supposed to be serving 10 years. Even though I don't believe he's going to serve 10 years, but he's in prison serving 10 years because he cracked the code in how to make money off the record, off his record deal without the middleman taking any money from him. It's really why he's in prison for. He's in prison because he was able to crack a code how to make money without the middleman getting anything. He get all the money, meaning Tory Lanez, all the artists get all the money. The record company don't get squat. Whether it's off his masters or whatever, but I'm gonna show there's another video where Tory Lanez said he cracked the code, and I think from there he became a target. Oh shoot, my bad, sorry y'all. What's going on?
That he was a witness to the conversation Miss Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun...
Mr. Peterson, I believe, is the security guard. I believe Mr. Peterson is... No, I think that's I believe that's Tory Lanez.
Fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody. Never even touched that.
Yeah, Mr. Peterson is Tory Lanez. Sorry.
Never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm.
Mr. Kelly is the security guard. Or the bodyguard.
Gunshots came from the passenger side. The passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case.
Never should have been in prison.
For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun.
Unknown DNA was found in the gun. So let me get this straight. So Tory Lanez go ahead and pick up the gun to stop her from shooting her friend So Tory Lane, now he go and pick up the gun. Tory Lane go stop her to shoot her friend, to shoot Megan. The girl was gonna shoot Megan, or whatever it was, and there's unknown DNA on the gun. So shouldn't the gun then have the DNA of the girl, meaning of not Megan Stallion, but I believe what Kelsey or something her name is, the one who was shooting Megan Stallion. I don't know. It's kind of, this whole thing looked like it was a setup. It just looked like a whole setup. I never really thought he shot her. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was a fluke. I just didn't pay attention to it. But it just doesn't make sense that he shot her. I never thought about I just believe the man's innocent.
Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken? Or was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense? We don't know. It should have been taken. It is Unite the People's understanding, regular LAPD practice at a crime scene like that. Anybody who's there, the DNA is taken.
And this is why Tory Lanez took it to trial, because he said, listen, I am going to defend myself and I'm not going to plead guilty and take a plea deal for something that I didn't do, which is another reason why men are under attack on a regular basis.
Another irregularity. Why, at Miss Harris's police interview, was a non-lawyer, non-family member record company executive allowed to participate?
That's crazy.
Highly irregular situation. Normally, we see cases, strangers are not allowed in these things, but it was in this case. All of these things point to the highly irregular nature of his trial and his conviction.
Facts.
It is our contention that he was wrongly convicted.
I agree.
And while we at first were willing to let the
See, people gotta know that Jay-Z is allegedly, I heard that they call him the boogeyman in the hip hop industry. He's somebody who's able to get somebody. He's able to get people touched. I think DJ Academic spoke a little more about this whole Tory Lanez situation, and I'm gonna go watch this video after this. But yeah, allegedly they call Jay-Z the boogeyman in the hip hop industry because he's just, first of all, he's untouchable himself, and I believe Jay-Z have done some dirty stuff, and I believe he was able to get the right people, the right lawyers, the right things just to shut it down. And eventually time's gonna come where it's gonna be shown that he was part of some evil things. I don't really trust him. I think he's been on some evil stuff. I think he's done some evil things. And I think his time is coming where he's gonna be exposed very soon.
Process play out, it is our contention now that if he is not pardoned or released promptly, he may never come out. And that would be the ultimate injustice, is that he gets killed in prison for something he did not do. At this time, I'd like to bring up Mr. Gianno Caldwell, the media member who was working on that op-ed for the New York Post. Thank you.
We're going to cover the rest of this on the Millionaire Morning.
But yeah, y'all go follow him, Anton Daniels. Y'all go follow him. But yeah, back to what I'm saying, man. I believe that guy. I believe Tory Lanez is an innocent man. I believe he is. I believe everything is set up just because he was able to crack. Let me see if I can find it. Let me take this out. Whatever. Tory Lanez. Crack the code, or whatever it was. Crack the industry. Let me just say crack the industry. Right here. This is the video right here.
I got something that'll cheer you up, Jack. I go the other way.
Come on, man. Hurry up.
What's happening to me?
And I got a problem with that boy, Edward. Right here. This the video where Terry Lawrence he's kind of just tearing down the music label. Not kind of. He was able to crack the code. He was able to give other artists some type of gems in how to make money without the middleman, meaning your record company, without them taking any money from you. And there he goes explaining it. And I believe this was a part of him being a target.
Woo! Yes! 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 What? Yes, nigga. Yes, I know you see it. Yes. Y'all gotta understand what's going on right now. If you don't understand it, you don't understand it. That's cool. It's not on me. It's not on me. At the start of this, I told you, I'm not gonna beg you to make this fucking nigga. You know what's crazy? I sat there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I sat there and I wondered for a long time, yo, how am I get back, bro? How am I get back right? They took every single avenue away from me. They took the playlisting away from me. They took every single thing they.
Who's they? He said they took. Well, I'm guessing he's talking about the record company. But okay.
Take away from me. And you know what I said, bro? I sat there. I said, you know what? This isn't on me. This isn't a me thing no more. This isn't a Tory versus the world. This isn't that. You know what I did? I immediately went to praying. I immediately went to straight praying. The first thing I prayed and I said, God, show me a way. Show me a way. Just show me how I can get through here. Show me a way. Show me something that's different. Show me when the world is standing against me, show me a different way. And I prayed, I kept praying. And God told me he was going to bless me 1,000 times over. To the point one day I'm praying my nigga. And one day I'm all praying and it gets to this standpoint where I'm like, yo, I'll just start, it's like God just starts speaking through me and he's telling me, and I'm praying with my man E, and I'm like, and God's speaking through me, he's just like, y'all are about to step into something that you can't even fathom the blessings of. Like, you can't even fathom what this is about to be. You can't fathom what this is. And at the time I didn't understand it because, you know, they was blocking me in every kind of way. And for a second, I said, I'm not going to question it. I'm just have my faith and I'm going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? And every time they try to stop me, I just kept praying. I just kept going. Y'all not understanding what's going on. Let me fully explain this to you. I told y'all, $1 for the NFTs, right? I sold these shits to my fans for $1. People came, some people bought 20, some people bought 5, some people bought 60. It doesn't matter how much you bought. It was only $1. You spent $60, you bought 60. I need y'all to understand, one of those copies right now is going for 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. Yo, my nigga, and these are sold. They're sold. Go look at the list right now and see how small the sellers list is getting.
See how he explained. He's explaining that he was able to take his record company. He was able to take his one of his record and sell it in NFT. He was able. I don't know too much about NFT. I don't know what that is, kind of. So I don't want to go too much detail on that. But he was able to sell his records or his music, or his CD, whatever. He was able to sell that for $1 over there NFT, and after that NFT, he was able to make so much money without the record company. Think about that. You're making money without the record company. They can't get squat. That's the reason why they shut down. What's the thing that they shut down? They shut up. I think they try to shut down. They try to shut down. I believe it was Cash App. That's right. That's the reason why they killed That's the reason why the other guy died. The owner of Cash App, he died because the government couldn't. Because when you sent money to Cash App, allegedly the government couldn't They couldn't get any money from you. So there was no taxes coming. There was no taxes being taken from you for the government, if that makes sense. So allegedly now the government got their own Cash App where now they are able to take money from you and are able to tax you. And there's probably why there's so much Zelle in every Bank of America. In every bank there's Zelle. You can Zelle anything now. because they're trying to knock off the whole Cash App thing.
Y'all don't understand what the fuck is going on? Y'all don't understand I just cracked the fucking industry? Y'all don't understand I just cracked this shit? I just cracked this whole shit. It's cracked. It's over. I cracked the whole shit. It's over. It's over. No more middleman. All y'all artists out there, fuck your label. Fuck the nigga that's telling you, yo, you gotta wait for this day on Spotify and on this. Fuck that. Nigga, it's over. Y'all gonna get paid, and your fans gonna get paid, and they gonna keep coming to you. Why? Because y'all making money together. This the digital trap house. Welcome, niggas. You're fucking welcome. We here. We here. You understand why I'm going so crazy? I can't believe I did this shit my fucking self. This may not make sense to niggas like y'all. Some of y'all niggas, it hasn't registered yet. It hasn't got there yet. It hasn't got there. Y'all niggas like, yo, why is he screaming? Come on. Understand. Look into it. Do your research, nigga. This is revolutionary, nigga. This is history in the fucking making. It's niggas right now. I think the lowest copy right now is going for 30,000. The lowest you can sell it for. Imagine a nigga who bought 5. Imagine a nigga who spent $5. Imagine a nigga who really spent $5, my nigga. He can make 500,000 selling them bitches for 100,000 right now, and niggas are buying it, nigga. Have you niggas ever sold an album for 100,000? Yo, come on.
Why would this guy get new permanent teeth in 24 hours?
Instead of placing you in temporary teeth,
You get your permanent teeth.
You can see all the hype on that. You can see what kind of caused him to be a target. If that makes sense. You can see what caused him to be a target. Let me see what DJ Academic had to say about it.
That was before. That's before. Somebody said, you talking too much, play the video. What this video is about the Diddy stuff. I just seen y'all keep talking about the Tory stuff. And I just want to be very clear on it. Like, great press conference, but I'm having measured expectations. This appeal might take a month or two more to hear an answer. Could it work? It could. It could. I say 20 to 30%. This new evidence, it's not in the appeal. It's not in the appeal. I think they should find a way to put it in. Relying on the governor, I don't think so. Now, what I do think this does, on a PR level, I think the support for Tory is at an all-time high. And perhaps that could petition. I still don't think the governor does anything, but it could petition someone because it's getting louder and louder, and especially after he just got stabbed, it's getting louder and louder to say, yo, y'all gonna let an innocent man or a potentially innocent man die in prison? Really? Y'all not gonna cross your T's, dot your I's?
And that's another thing too. I believe that thing that happened in prison, I believe that was a setup. I believe he was set up for that that thing that happened in prison. I believe it was a setup. I believe everything that Tory Lanez is going through right now is all set up. It's all set up by people that are pretty evil, people that are under Jay-Z umbrella. That's what I believe.
What I think is gonna happen, and by the way, it happened already, where the Attorney General of California had to respond to the habeas corpus. The Attorney General works for Gavin Newsom. I don't know if y'all know that. Attorney General respond to Tory Lanez. Look, California Attorney General responded to Tory Lanez, claiming that the gun used in the shooting is missing. They said they refuted his claims, claiming the gun is still in custody. Lanez claims of yo, the prosecutors are failing to produce the evidence. They said, it's false, right? And I think some of the stuff they said, hey, listen, it's not an appealable thing where when you could have used your own testing in the initial case, like, for example, the inconclusive thing, Tory went with the state's testing. So the state tested it, and they said inconclusive. Tory's lawyers are now testing it and now say, whoa, there's actually it's not inconclusive. His DNA's not found on it. Tory didn't.
Okay. Now I'm getting it now. So the other people who tested it said, yeah, this Tory Lane DNA in it. But when Tory Lane attorney went and go and tested it, they're like, yo, there's no DNA. His DNA's not in here. He have no DNA in here. This is why the guy this is why in the last video the guy was like, this is why in the last video the guy was like, his DNA was not found. It was someone else's DNA that was in there.
Didn't test it when the state tested it. Tory just used an expert to analyze the state's test. These are things that the government is trying to argue that's not appealable. You had your opportunity. You didn't do it. That's negligent on whether you or your attorney's part. You didn't test this stuff initially. Now you want to test it. You went on without testing. Now you're saying our testing is bullshit. You didn't want to bring the driver in because he showed up the last day and it would have went past Christmas. Now you want to bring him in. So that's what. And by the way, just to let you know, remember today's whole thing was really talking to Gavin Newsom, California Attorney General's office. Who does the California Attorney General report to? They report to the California governor, which is Gavin Newsom. So it's like Gavin Newsom authorized or is overseeing the person that is responding to Tory in the appellate brief saying, Tory, no, we're standing on this. And he's trying to basically appeal to his boss, hoping the boss will have a change of mind, maybe because public sentiment. I don't see that happening. I'm just being honest. I do see if they include this new information. And by the way, it would be better if this new information was more than just hearsay. If this person had some type of recording of Kelsey saying, yo, man, they about to grill me in court today, man. Like, yo, you know what really happened, right? I tried to shoot that bitch. I shot her twice. Tory grabbed my hand. The gun went off like 3 more times. I'm just glad they blame it on him. Because I ain't going to lie. I ain't want to be in a situation. Okay, all right, now you're cooking. Now you're cooking. I'm being honest. So just to let you know, that's the real in me really breaking down the Tory thing. I know, like, his team is doing a good PR job. Because I think people have felt this has gotten new life. But if you watch the entire thing, it was an open plea to the California governor. I could play it for you again. We're going to finish the thing with logic. Tory Lane's press conference. Look. That's the father. We want to see the first two guys. His father spoke really well, though. His father spoke really well. This was the guy.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others.
Now, let me also stop it. I know y'all hate when I pause this shit. Let me tell you this. The easiest way for Tory to get out, and I'm talking straight, Chad. I'm really talking straight. There's some people that believe that Kelsey and Tory, they fuck with each other still. Or not like that, but Tory may have paid for Kelsey's lawyer. Kelsey got immunity, right? If Kelsey came out, they can't convict her of shooting Meg. If she came out and said, bitch, I did it, Tory walks free today.
Oh yeah, if she did say that, if let's say Kelsey did say that, they wouldn't be able to. And she already went to think what she was already convicted for it. She can't they can't re-sentence her or even put it back on or just redo the whole thing again. She just kind of just be free. If I'm correct on that, because I went to law, I went to school for that. I went to school for criminal justice. All I know is that you can be put in jail again for the same thing again. That like they can't, like if she already did her time for that crime, they can't just come back and redo it and just like redo everything again. If what I'm saying makes sense.
She won't go to jail for that, but she's still gonna go to jail because of perjury. That's why she was tripping up on the stand. They felt the prosecutors knew this. They were like, "Oh, you trying to take up for Tory after we gave you immunity? I bet we're gonna ask you questions that if you ever change a statement, you're going to jail." She not finna go to jail for Tory. She ain't finna go to jail. I think the play all along was for her to motherfucking get immunity and eventually go up there and be like, "I'm gonna be honest with you, I shot that bitch."
Atera is the IT painkiller. Remote monitoring and management, remote access, help desk and ticketing.
But the state knew, like, you gave her immunity. If she does that, your case is so fucked and you look stupid. So what they did was they asked her so much shit that if she ever changes her statement, and that has to be used in court, and now she has to re-swear to this new thing or submit an affidavit, instant perjury. Instant perjury. You get what I'm saying? It's instant perjury. Why y'all spamming about Young Miami? But I think the play was Kelsey cooperate with the state, act like she about to sink Tory, come to trial with immunity. She probably told say, "Yeah, I did touch the gun, but I don't want y'all to charge me." All right, yo, we need your testimony. All right, give me full immunity. She gets full immunity, and she was going to go on the stand. I shot that bitch. Tory walks free. But after she done seen the prosecutors peep the play and put so much, they turned her whole testimony into, you're going to jail for perjury if you ever do it. She ain't going to do, like, what perjury carries. Let's look.
If you guys don't know what perjury is when you I believe perjury is lying. It's lying in the stance. That's it's like if I told the police one thing, and then I go to the court or I go and they call me in for a stance and I change it, that's perjury.
Perjury, California. Penalty. Carries up to 4 years in state prison. She not about to face that. Like, you crazy as hell. Like, she don't fucking Tory like that now. She got a whole different man and a kid. Like, she good. You get what I'm saying? And you know, if you embarrass the state like that, nigga, they don't care if it's your. They're going for 4 years. They're gonna go about all the state resources. They're trying to get the 4 years. Even if they don't give you 4, it's cut and dry. They're gonna give you at least 2. So I think that's the reason why. Because think about this, chat. I'm just making obvious sense here. The whole time during the trial, Tory was pointing the elbow. He ain't never say it directly, but he was pointing the elbow as, "Hey, I don't know who did the shooting, but it wasn't me." Bro, there's only 4 people in the car. The driver DNA ain't found on shit. They're not looking for the driver.
Yeah, but we just found out that they only tested one person. So there's 4 people in the car, but after that 4 people, they only tested one person. That was Tory Lane. Nobody can see that that's a setup. So it's 4 people in a car, but you're only going to test one person, and that's Tory Lane. Sound like a setup to me. And then his DNA wasn't even found in the gun. It was somebody else's DNA that no one know about. Allegedly by what Tory Lane attorney or his people are saying from Tory Lane.
Meg was fighting with Kelsey, and Tory was arguing with all 2 of them, both of them. It was kind of like, yo, why y'all ain't check Kelsey? She could have been the shooter. This is why I thought it was a play, honestly. Bro, at no point during this whole thing, if I'm Kelsey, I would have been blasted Tory. Yo, fuck nigga, stop. Yo, fuck nigga, stop insinuating I shot that bitch, bro. The only way you don't do that is if you really shot the bitch. And I ain't even call Shorty, I know because I'm talking about her in a victim sense. I don't want to call her the B word, but that's the only way you don't, like, why do you think Kelsey ain't pop out and violate Tory? Like, yo, fuck nigga, man, stay in jail, nigga. Stop saying I shot him, nigga. Take your responsibility. You shot her, nigga. Stop it. You shot her.
It makes sense. Why she ain't say all that? Because she knows she did it. It makes sense. At least to my eye, at least she knows she did. Because you're not gonna. Because I'm guessing Tory Lane didn't want to tell on nobody. Some people could be like, "Well, how come Tory Lane ain't just say, yo, she did it?" You know, maybe Tory Lane want to keep it on 100. You know, hey, ain't gonna tell. I'm not gonna tell on no. It is what it is. I think that's probably what it was. But I think Kelsey's not gonna go out there and say, and just go out there and say Tory Lane did it, because she know that Tory Lane didn't really do it.
Nigga, Tory's team is clearly now saying Kelsey. Nigga, they said they got even somebody from Kelsey's team saying Kelsey did it. Why Kelsey not? Yo, if it was anybody else, they'd be up on the gram going crazy on Tory. Nigga, fuck nigga, what are you talking about, nigga? Sit up in jail and keep getting stabbed. Nigga, what the fuck you talking about? Nigga, I ain't do shit. Why you trying to blame it on me? It's either Kelsey really shot the girl.
Just like I said, really Kelsey shot the girl, or Tory Lane did it, or Tory Lane just protecting her. One or another. Just like I said, really she shot her, or Tory Lane did it. I don't believe he did it, but I believe he's doing it just to save her butt, meaning saving the other girl's butt.
Or Kelsey part of some type of play where she knows she got immunity, and she just gonna play the background saying, well, y'all could blame it on me, I just can't save myself. Y'all could blame it on me, I just can't save myself type shit. Because if I save myself, it's perjury. So y'all could say my security heard me, right? Because right now, if I was her, I'd be up on the gram saying, nigga, fuck that security nigga, that nigga's a bitch. That nigga ain't hear nothing. That nigga lying on me. Tory must be paying him. I ain't shoot nobody. Leave me alone. I'm having my life. What? Why Kelsey don't say nothing? Kelsey's been too quiet. Like, it's only two reasons why. Nigga, I've asked her. Yo, Kelsey, I want to talk to you about it. Oh, I want to talk. What you mean you want to talk about this?
She probably don't want to talk about it because probably her attorney probably tell her don't talk about it, you know. Could be something like that too.
So it's either you're cool with Tory rotting in jail, or maybe like your hands are tied a little bit, or you really fucking did it. I really don't know.
I believe she really did it. I believe she really did it because this girl Kelsey, I don't know who she is, but allegedly she's supposed to be Megan Thee Stallion friends. So she go out there, she go out there and she do the shooting. Megan Thee Stallion is signed to Jay-Z. At that time I believe Tory Lane was signed to Jay-Z but wasn't signed to him. He was trying to get out. And I believe that they probably used Kelsey, her name is, to do something. And they're like, yo, you gonna do this. Once you do this, and I believe Megan Thee Stallion was part of it too. They probably set it all up to say, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. Any person who probably didn't know or didn't know it was a setup was probably the security and Tory Lane. But I believe Megan and Kelsey knew it was gonna be a setup. They set it up together. They probably met with these people. They said this is what was gonna happen. We're gonna do it like this. They probably did like this, and they said we're gonna put everything on Tory and try to destroy him. And as soon as new evidence came out, they say probably somebody from the record company or somebody from the outside said, hey, I know somebody from the inside I can get Tory Lane out so all this can shut down. Because God forbid if Tory Lane would have died, then all this would have been for nothing. Tory Lane would have been dead. The whole evidence would have been shut down. Like it would have been closed. This whole case would have been shut down. So
This shit is like confusing to me. Somebody said, yo, you missing the fact that he so happened to be nearly fatally stabbed for going to another inmate's wife. I don't know. Listen, yo, take everything. I don't know if you want to take it with a grain of salt. I'll tell you, this is Tory team told me because I posted it yesterday. I took it down. I'll put it back up right now just to play. They said this shit was false. They said Tory hasn't had visitation in dumb long. So how the hell could Tory get into a situation with anybody over their wife when their wife would come in visitation? And
there's so much different things. They said the whole stabbing thing happened because he was beefing with a bunch of Mexicans. He was on debt. He owned some Mexicans, some money, so much stuff. Nobody really know. Nobody really have a real true reason why he was stabbed. I'm telling you, he was stabbed because he was set up. This guy, this was an inside job. They probably went to this guy. They probably used him as a dummy, meaning the guy who's in prison. They used him as a dummy, and they said, "Yo, when somebody from the outside knew him, called him up, said you gonna do this, and you gonna get some favor once this happen, once you successful." And he probably dumb boy went for it, and he's got more charges. But hey.
And Tory don't got visits. That's what they told me. Hold on, let me see. I'll put it up for 1 second and then I'm gonna take it back down. So some nigga, look at this. Show profile. Here we go. This is the shit real quick. So this is what somebody was saying. By the way, this is the nigga who stabbed Tory. This guy right here.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay?
Yeah, bro is the one who stabbed him.
Now, this guy was trying to break it down. This is what he said.
Again, please allow me to give you guys yet another update, right? Because I did my background check. You can check out the full video on Renegade Media on YouTube. But this is the suspect that stabbed.
All right, let me play 1090 Jake. That's probably better, right? Shout out to 1090 Jake.
Yeah, 1090 J play. I was gonna just play 1090 J my damn self, but play him.
You like that, Enzo? I see you barking, boy. I got you 3 in a row. And we're gay.
These commercials getting online, bro. They are getting online.
Cannabis. It's not just legal in 38 states. It's a $36 billion global.
1090 J. Let's see what's cracking.
Man, what's up, everybody? It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Tory Lanez getting stabbed inside a prison and the man who did it. May 12th, 2025, located north of Los Angeles lies the California Correctional Institution in Tehachapi, California. In 2021, the prison closed its minimum custody facility, meaning its 2,600 inmates were level 3 or level 4. These are the most dangerous levels in California State Prison, where race, gangs, and strict politics are enforced with deadly consequence. The only step above this would be the maximum security inmates housed within the security housing unit, otherwise known as the SHU. A disciplinary confinement reserved for the prison's most violent, whose only escape from a cell is a human dog cage. It was 7:20 in the morning when 32-year-old Daystar Peterson, who's more commonly known as the rapper Tory Lanez, was violently attacked. TMZ would originally report multiple sources, including a corrections officer, claimed Tory was on the prison yard. But an updated report from a representative of the California Department of Corrections would clarify Tory was attacked within a housing unit. Prison staff rushed into the unit administering first aid while quickly determining Tory suffered life-threatening injuries, forcing them to call 911. Video would emerge of who's believed to be Tory Lanez landing in a life flight helicopter at Kern Medical Center in Bakersfield, California, an hour-long drive from the prison. With that distance, A helicopter was the only form of transportation able to move him fast enough to save his life. A message to Tory Lanez Instagram account would state he'd been stabbed 14 times, 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both of his lungs collapsed and he had to be placed on a breathing apparatus. Luckily, Tory was breathing on his own, and despite the pain was talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he is pulling through. He also wanted to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. Based on his wounds, it can be assumed Tory was attacked from behind, as the majority of his wounds struck his back and behind his head. Initially, no word was released as to who did it, leaving room for speculation. Because this took place in California, the only time someone is stabbed and it doesn't result in a race riot is if they are stabbed by their own race. But that isn't the case here. Compton rapper Spider Loke would post a conversation with a current inmate at Tehachapi. The man would claim Tory was on a tier full of Mexicans when a Mexican stabbed Tory. He'd confirmed Tory had to be airlifted from the prison and the prison was placed on lockdown. He'd also confirmed as soon as the lockdown is lifted, the blacks will be seeking revenge on the Mexicans.
What's Gucci?
What's cracking?
What it do, Fight?
We played this yesterday.
House gang dropouts, snitches, sex offenders, and anyone else whose life is threatened by being in general population. But California has also recently implemented 50-50 yards, half general population, half SNY, to integrate the two prison societies. This goes against strict prison gang politics, mainly for the Mexicans and whites who are allegedly forced to attack any rival or SNY inmate to essentially remove themselves from the yard until they are placed back in general population amongst the quote-unquote honorable convicts. While general population is deadly, it's controlled chaos, and SNY yards can be just as dangerous, if not worse, as the gang politics that keep things in line go out the window and violence becomes rampant. It's unclear if Tory was in fact SNY, as that comes with its own bad reputation within prison, but it's likely Tory was placed on a 50-50 yard. Must have been 4 inches away from the girl's face before it went off.
Okay, so this guy killed a young girl. We just want to know what did Tory do?
The Santino's case is filed. Wayne's lucky enough to survive. He survived this. General population, even though it's so strict.
Okay, yeah, Jake didn't really address the shit that I wanted to play. Let me just play this guy's video.
Did you know that you can have permanent teeth in just 24 hours? That's right. Only 24 hours and your new smile is...
Please allow me to give you guys yet another update, right? Because I did my background check. You can check out the full video on Renegade Media on YouTube. But this is the suspect that stabbed Tory Lanez, right? In Tehachapi State Prison. And I already explained why he stabbed Tory Lanez for disrespecting his wife at visit, saying a couple, derogatory words on the tier about his wife.
Okay, so the reason what Tory's team told me, they said that's not the reason, and also it's not the reason that's fake, because Tory hasn't had visits for 6 months, so Tory couldn't have been in the visiting area or room for 6 months, so Tory would have never seen or been around his wife. Tory would know nothing about his wife. Okay, so that.
First of all, why would this guy even be married? This guy's a freaking pedophile. Well, he's not a pedophile. He's a predator. So I don't know, why would he be married? What woman in this world want to marry a predator? It's just like a freak. It's crazy.
That's the argument that I got. They said,
like I said, there's a lot of different information coming out about why Tory Lanez and why he got stabbed. Like I said, I believe it was a setup. I believe it was set up by somebody in Jay-Z. I'm just gonna say it. I believe it was set up by somebody in Jay-Z crew. Somebody that knows. I believe Jay-Z and somebody else who knows certain situation. It happened. Like Jay-Z set that up, that for Jay-Z and some other people set that up for that to happen. You know, if you know, the music industry is very wicked, it's very nasty. Michael Jackson got killed because he wanted his master. He got his master back, and he was gonna own part of, I believe, Sony record. It was so much thing that was gonna happen. It was so much stuff that was gonna happen. Prince was in the same thing. He was gonna own it. He was gonna have his masters, and you know, all that mean all the money was gonna come to the Prince. All the money was gonna come to Michael Jackson. Eventually, hey, sadly to say, you're still a slave. We still want your money. You still work for us, and you're not gonna go do that. And so, you know, no disrespect, the white people or whatever people who's running the record deals, and it's usually a bunch of, I look at them, bunch of white predators, and they like, and I'm not trying to be racist, but they like, yo, we're gonna run that, and they run that, and then if anybody get out of line, whether it's Michael Jackson, whether it's Michael Jackson, whether it's Prince, or whether it's Tory Lanez, anybody getting out of line, we gonna put them back online. If not, we gonna make sure they go to prison. You know, and I believe that's what's going on. A lot of these rappers are going to prison. And I believe they're going to prison because there's a movie that Jimmy Foxx made, and it's called they clone Tyrone, and they explain of what goes on. A lot of people probably don't believe in the cloning. There's another movie called MK Ultra. There's so much stuff that's going on that we just don't. If you're not doing your research, and if you just think it's a conspiracy theory, you just think, oh, this is just conspiracy, and you don't really do your research, you won't really get it. A lot of people believe that the government is doing good for them, and they believe, a lot of people believe the government is for them, and that's not the case. It's not the case. The CIA has been known for doing a lot of bad things. The CIA has been known for doing a lot of bad things. The FBI has been known for doing a lot of bad things. Just like the police. We just found out President Ronald Reagan looked like he was a racist. So yeah. So all this is just, if you believe that the government is in it for your good interest, or is in it for your good purpose, or you feel like they are serving you good and they are here to do you good, you're mistakenly losing your mind. But I'm probably gonna end this right here with this video right here. Well, I'm gonna end, like, I want to show you guys something else. Kind of didn't want to make this too long, and I'm not, because it's almost going to be an hour. And it's already 1:38 where I'm at. But hold on, I want to get on this real quick. Let me see the Gail Cam with Megan Stallion. Gail Cam. Plan B, what the freak is that? Come on, man. No, man, what the hell are you talking about? Isn't that what Gail sound like? Gail Cam? Gail Cam. They gonna help me. And why they gave me a wrestling girl? Oh my gosh. Maybe I spelled this girl name. I still interview. Interview with not with Oprah. Man, Megan Stallion, bro.
Just briefly walk us through what happened that night. It starts you're at a party at Kylie Jenner's house.
I had went there and we were just hanging out, and I was.
Hold on, Kylie Jenner. Hold on, Kylie Jenner is a friend of Oh, Kylie Jenner. What? Wouldn't her and Jay-Z probably know each other because Kylie Jenner is known with Kanye West, and Kanye West has come out for Tory Lanez and said he's an innocent guy. He believed Tory Lanez is innocent. But Kylie Jenner is Kim Kardashian, I believe, sister. Who I believe
was ready to go.
Yeah.
Because I had been there all day.
So you guys end up in a car. You, Tory Lanez, your friend at the time, Kelsey, and his driver / security. Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, is a Grammy-nominated rapper and singer from Canada. Kelsey Harris was one of Megan Thee Stallion's best friends from Houston. There was an argument, and you get out of the car, right?
At that point, the argument wasn't even with me. Like, the argument was with the two people in the back seat. So I asked the driver to pull the car over, like, I'm done with this. And I should have stayed out of the car. Like, I should have not got back in the car. And they was like, Megan, just get back in the car. We almost there. Like, just get back in. So I get back in the car. It's like it's getting worse.
The
Like,
arguing in the car.
The arguing in the car is getting worse, and I don't want to be in this car no more. Like, because I see it's getting crazy. So I get out the car, and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, dance, and he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh.
That doesn't even make any sense. He told her that so Tory Lanez told her dance, B, and he started shooting. So what's the reason why y'all got into a fight? Even though I don't believe they got into a fight at all. You can see that she's making all this up. You can see that all this is a lie. Yeah, you just from her tears and everything, you just know that all this is fake. All this is just made up. You can just see it, bro. You can clearly see it from her face. You can see it that she's just making this stuff up as she goes. Somebody, you know what this remind me of the thing when what's that guy? What's that rapper name? What's that guy? I feel like a lot of these interviews be set up. Like, this is what we're gonna talk about. This is how we're gonna explain it. And I believe that some people might go to her. When I mean her, I'm talking about Gil, like the interviewer, and they might say, yo, we don't want you to ask this question. We don't want you to ask this question. This is the question you need to ask. I believe that's how it goes for people like Megan Thee Stallion and there was I'm gonna give you an example. I was watching example that when Travis Scott got in when the Travis Scott accident happened, when the Travis Scott situation happened in his concert where he was killed. Well, not where he was killed, where everybody, like most of the people that was there, they all like had to go to the hospital. Some even died. And when Charlamagne the God interviewed Travis Scott, you could just see the fakeness in it and how he act like he cared for the people that was there that passed away or whatever. You could just see the fakeness of it. And this is the same way you can see the fakeness of that. You can see the fakeness of the Megan Thee Stallion thing. You just see it's just all fake. This ain't, oh, this is bull crap. Oh, this is not real. Oh, this is not. You could just look at it and just be like, yeah, this look fake.
Oh my God. Like, he shot a couple of times. And I
so
was so
is he
scared.
in the car shooting from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window, shooting. And
he's standing up over the window shooting. So you're outside and he's standing over and he's shooting. So he's shooting the floor and then he's saying dance, dance, dance. So I'm trying to understand. Like, people picture this in your head. You're in a car. There's 4 people. The security is driving. You in the car with 2 female. You one male, and you're the male. So you get out. So she get out the car, and Tory Lanez got a gun. So rather trying to go somewhere else or try to run or call for help or anything or whatever, I know people gonna be like, well, she could have been scared, well, she could have just did nothing. So this guy's pointing a gun at you and he's shooting the floor and he's telling you to dance. So when the cops came, they seen the cases and stuff, like, just the story's just not adding up. It's just not, like I said, it's just not making sense. So you couldn't done anything to a point where you could have find safety. It just, stuff not making sense to me.
I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick, like, cause I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like,
were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before. And I looked down at my feet because I wasn't even, the adrenaline is pumping so hard. I'm not sure if he hit me. Like, I feel it, but I don't understand what's happening. So I look down at my feet and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm really bleeding. So,
hey, do we have, is there any pictures or anything of, or any, is there any pictures or any, not gonna say any videos, but any proof of her being shot in her foot? Because I don't think there's any proof of that. Is there any proof of that? I don't know if there's proof. Is it proof of her being shot in the foot? Proof. Hold on, I spelled it right. Oh, I spelled it wrong, y'all. I apologize. The photo of 23-year-old hip-hop star injured feet have surfaced online. Viewed Nikki at night, proving she was indeed shot, showing metal bullet fragment was still in her heels, exactly where the bullets hit her. So this is it right here.
So I like dropped down and I crawled in somebody's driveway. Like, I can't believe you shot me.
And what is he saying, Tory Lanez saying
He's
after
apologizing. He's, I'm so sorry. Please don't tell nobody. I'll give y'all $1 million if y'all don't say nothing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you offering me money right now? Help me. Like, and if you sorry, just help me. Like,
but at that moment,
we didn't even make it to the house. Like, somebody had already called the police, and it was like so many of them. It was helicopters. I was like, oh my God, we all about to die. Like, the George Floyd incident had just happened. The police are definitely very much shoot first, ask questions after. So I'm like, it's a hot gun in the car. I'm bleeding. I've been shot. They about to kill somebody. Like, something bad is about to happen.
So somebody hears the gunshots, they call the police. The police come, and they say what to you?
They tell everybody to get out the car.
TMZ obtained video from that night.
And you could see the footage of me in the swimsuit, limping backwards, feet bleeding.
And they say to you, what happened here?
I don't remember everything they said to me, but I remember them asking me what's happening, what happened to you, and I didn't want them to kill any of us or shoot any of us. So I just said I stepped on glass because I didn't.
Why did you say that? Why didn't you say he shot me?
I didn't. For some reason, I was just trying to protect all of us because I didn't want them to kill us. Like, even though
that doesn't even make any sense. That doesn't even make any sense. So you protect everybody because you feel like, yo, they were gonna kill us. If what? That you said there was a gun in the car. So you thought they were just gonna pull out a gun. She's saying this. All this sound fake, bro. All this sound fake. All this don't even sound. No, all this don't even make any sense. So she didn't want to tell the police that, hey, this guy just shot me. So she's just lied. Wouldn't that itself be of a crime that she lied to the police? Man, I don't know.
this person just did this to me, my first reaction still was to try to save us. Like, I didn't want to see anybody die. So I just said, I stepped on glass. So when I see people trying to use that against me, like trying to act like I'm lying, oh, she stepped on glass, she never got shot. I'm the one who said I stepped on glass. I was lying to protect all of us. And sometimes I wish I really would have never said that.
You wish you would have just told the truth.
I wish I would have told the truth, but if it saved.
Hey, just know that this lady who's interviewing her, she's planned on this. She's part of this, not part of it, but trust me, they did this on a T. They did this on a T.
All of us from dying, then that's just probably what it was meant to be.
So when you told the police you stepped on glass, did they believe you?
I don't know.
So how did you go from the glass, did you go to the hospital?
So they took me straight to the hospital. And the police questioned me, and I said it was just glass.
You still stuck with that
I
story?
stuck with it was glass. And right as the officers was like, okay, we done with this, we leaving, the doctor came in and he was like, you know, you got bullets in both of your feet. Like, you got fragments in this foot, and it's like right on the back of your Achilles. And I'm like,
there is a medical report that says that there were that you had been shot, and the medical report also says that to this day you still have
bullet fragments
in your
my
foot.
feet.
And there are still many people, as we sit here today, Megan, that don't even believe you were shot.
There is a hot gun in the car.
Yeah.
What else? What happened?
In text messages obtained by CBS News, Kelsey Harris, the other woman in the car, texted Megan's security guard saying, "Help, Tory shot Meg."
I really thought.
I thought the security guard was in the car when all this was happening. Wasn't he the driver?
And sometimes I feel like I put the blame on myself because when my mom passed, I just felt like I was looking for some type of family environment, and I was letting so many people in, and I didn't care who it was. I just wanted to feel like I got family and I got people that care about me, and just I can.
So when did her mama pass? I'm probably gonna jump on. I don't want to jump off. I don't want to jump off to another thing. But when did her mama pass? Let me see. Let me see if I can look for this real quick. I don't want to jump. I just want to see something real quick. When? Oh gosh, Lee, I spelled it wrong. Oh Lord have mercy. Still spelling it wrong. When did Megan oh my gosh, the Stallion mom died? Let me see. Houston rapper Megan Thee Stallion announced Friday that her mother and manager Holly Thomas says, "What the freak?" This was published and updated October 23, 2020. Houston rapper Megan Thee Stallion announced Friday that her mother and Manager Holly Thomas has passed away. Posting throwback photo of herself as a child with her mother, Megan wrote a heartfelt message announcing her mother's death. Man, what's up with all that? Oh wow. So she was in a come up when her mama died. This was her mama. How she so how she died? But how she died though? Oh, she's in her 30s. She's in her 30s. 8 years later, more. Died from cancer. It's funny how these artists is when they make it, some person in their family die. Just that's why I was doing my research on it. You know, and Kanye has brought that up too. Kanye has said, "Don't you see how funny it is when these people make it? Their mama died, their son died, their father died. Like they just go out, people just go dying." So I thought that was kind of weird that as soon as she was in the come up, somebody close to her mom died. Remember Kanye West's mom died as soon as Kanye West was going to come up. It's kind of weird, right? Kanye West set it up. Kanye West even said that. Kanye West even is the one who brought it up.
Hang out with everybody, and I was just going through it.
What was the nature of your relationship with Tory Lanez? Because he has led people to believe that it was a sexual relationship, that it was that you two were dating. What was the nature?
We were not dating. We were really close. We were friends. We hung out like every day, and his mom.
Let me see. She said Tory Lanez and them were not dating. What the freak? Let me see. Was Megan Thee Stallion dating Tory? That's what it said. I mean, you probably gonna get no information off this. Hip hop sweetheart man selling Kenny and Tory rapper had a short-lived but sturdy relationship with him. Whatever ending. California jury found Lanez guilty in the charge connecting to assaulting the Stallion on Friday, December 23. Lanez faced 22 years in prison. I thought it was 10 years, and possible deportation to his home country of Canada after serving his sentence. Maid Sound, whose real name is Megan Pete, named Kim, made a cameo on Lanez Instagram Live show that emerged from the need to isolate amid the spread of contagious virus. Okay. I'm trying to see, ain't they date? Because I'm pretty sure they dated. They had to date. This your friend and your friend's kissing your cheek like that? This Tory Lanez right here. Right? Ain't this Tory Lanez? This Tory Lanez right here. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That's Moneybag Yo. She dated Moneybag Yo. There goes Tory Lanez. Megan, associated with Canadian rapper Tory Lanez, is perhaps the most turbulent and controversial chapter in her ending history, in her dating history. While they were never officially a couple, rumors of romantic connection swirled in early 2020. However, the relationship, whatever its nature, took a dark turn in July 2020. Bull crap. They probably were never dating, but I'm pretty sure at some point he was having sex with that girl. I'm 100 guarantee you that this guy Tory Lanez was big in that. They could have just been buddies, or they could have just been just a 2-3 night type of thing. And if the gun didn't go off or whatever like that, I'm telling you right now that if she said that him and her never had sex, I wouldn't believe that. I believe they had sex. Trust me, they had sex. She can't. I believe they had sex. She probably gonna say that I don't know that never happened. Trust me, it happened. I believe they probably had sex. But yeah, let me go back to the video.
I'm past 2, so when I felt like we were bonding over that. And
did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Did you, Megan? Did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
Look how she look. Come on, everybody know they mama know she lying, man. You can see it and know she lying. Did you have intimate relationship with him? She said like sex, like she know what that mean, intimate relationship. Let's go back.
Like sexual? His mom passed too, so when I felt like we were bonding over that. And
did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Did you, Megan? Did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
And she go like this. Come on, man. Everybody named mama knows she lying. Like you, come on, bro. You cannot look at that and say that motherfucker's not lying. There's no impossible way you cannot stare at that and say that motherfucker's lying. It's a simple question. She said, She looked down, and I guess she gonna say no.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
She lied. You can see it that she's lying. Everybody named mama knows she's lying. You can look at her and know that she's lying. You can look at it and know that she's lying. Come on, man. You know she's lying.
So why do you think he's putting out the story that the two of you had a relationship and that you're making the whole thing up?
I think that he is trying to deflect from the fact that he...
Hey, I ain't finna watch the rest of this video, man. She need to go to jail. She need to go to jail. And I'm praying the blood of Jesus Christ. It's a lot of evil people in this world. There's a lot of evil people in this music industry. Even though I'm not in it, done a lot of research on it. To a point where I believe Eazy-E himself was set up to have so-called AIDS. Because that's kind of, it's a lot of weird stuff that goes around in this whole thing. This whole Hollywood thing. It's a lot of pedophile, predator type of stuff. The world ain't what it is. The world ain't what it is. And I'm telling you right now, she is lying. She is lying off her teeth. She is lying off her teeth. See, media make things look so truthful, make it look so honest, and make it look so like it's possible. She is lying. I'm telling you right now, she's lying. All this is just her just bull crapping, her lying. She's not telling the truth. She's lying. I'm telling you that right now, she's lying. Tory Lanez is not gonna do 10 years. He's probably gonna be out by, I don't know. If he's not out next year, maybe 2-3 months from now, maybe even next month. But one thing I do know, he should not go back to that prison, or unless they're gonna transfer him to another prison. That's probably That's probably what they might end up doing. But again, this guy should not be in prison, point blank, period, because he's an innocent man, and I'm sticking to that. She's lying like a mother freak. I'm telling you that she is lying. You can see it from her face. She's lying. I'm gonna finish the interview, but I'm gonna finish the video. But she's just lying, straight up lying.
Committed a crime.
Tory Lanez pleaded not guilty to assault and weapons charges related to the shooting. We asked his attorney about Megan's allegations in this story. She responded that they look forward to addressing Ms. Pete's claims, including her inconsistencies, discrepancies, and omissions when his case goes to trial later this year.
How has your life changed since you were shot?
I feel like my anxiety is worse. I feel like my relationship with people it's gotten very cold because I'm not as trusting as I used to be.
I was going to ask you, is it hard for you to trust people?
Like, I've got this wall and I don't want to make any friends, and I'm trying to be as nice as I can to everybody. I don't even new people, I probably don't even hold a conversation longer than 30 minutes because I feel like every time I'm talking, I'm like on the verge of tears, and I don't want to have to explain to strangers why I'm crying.
Yeah, yeah.
Half the time I just want to pick up the phone and call my mama and be like, what do I do? Like,
tell the truth, Megan. That's what your mom would tell you to do. Tell the truth. You know that. Your mom would tell you, tell the truth. Because you're sitting here and you're lying. You're lying. You're telling fairy tales. None of this is true. I could just, and some people might say, oh, how do you know she's lying? Come on, man. You know when somebody's innocent. You know when somebody's lying, bro. Your conscience and I don't want to say your feelings, but you know when somebody's lying. You know when a female is telling this guy raped me when you know that it was full of bull crap. You could just know that somebody wrote this down for her to say, and she gotta say it, and she's gonna say it, and she's getting paid to say it. Knowing that this guy's innocent. It's the same thing over here. This guy's innocent, and she gotta say this. She need to say this. She's getting paid to say this, and this is some type of mission that gotta happen off Tory Lane to destroy him, to get him out of there, and she's part of it. She need to go to prison, man. She need to go to prison. She already lied to the cops saying that she got cut in the foot. That's already a lie all right there. She already lied right there, so she should already got locked up for that. But okay. And she's lying even more. But okay.
It's too much. I feel crazy. I'm sad, and I feel like I have to hold it in because I have to be strong for so many people.
What do you say to people that still don't believe that you were actually shot?
I don't think any.
No, she was shot. But Tory Lanez not the one that shot her. She was shot. I believe she was shot. Tory Lanez was not the one that shot her, and you can see the truth is coming out.
This is for them. It's for me. I know this happened to me. Mm-hmm. And I'd rather it play out in court and the facts come out and everything comes out than me having to plead my case. And I'm a victim. I'm the victim. I'm not defending myself against anything. Something happened to me.
Just briefly.
She need to go to jail. I'm about to go end this video, man. I just wanted to talk about the Tory Lanez situation for today. Hopefully later on today, God willing, I'll be back. I just want to talk about this. This guy is innocent. He's innocent. He's innocent. And he's innocent, bro. He's innocent. And I just wanted to speak about this for today, man. I'm gonna go live, God willing, eventually tonight again, or maybe later on today. Got some other stuff I want to talk about, want to watch and want to react to. A couple of videos I've been laid on. Hopefully, because I made a video last time. It was I think it was copyright, and I took it down. I didn't want no problem with YouTube, so I took it down. Hopefully this one's not copyrighted. Again, YouTube, all this is educational purpose only. These are not my video. Not my video, y'all. Understand? Not my video. Educational purpose only. But I'm finna get out of here. God love. God bless. Subscribe, share. Do what y'all do, man. Do what y'all do. Don't like it, dislike it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Hey, free will. God love. God bless.